Alright, well, it seems that the answer to the question, can I maintain 1900? The answer is kinda yes. Ever since I got 2000, I just lost 100 points, and I've been going back and forth between uh, the late 1800s and the 1900s. But now I seem to be having a better grasp on it. Today I had a game against a FIDE candidate master, and I beat him. So I want to have a look at that game and analyze it. It wasn't really an interesting game, but I think it displays a much better mindset. Um, Playing for accuracy and not blundering rather than being maybe slightly too aggressive and making a mistake later on and therefore losing the game. So let's have a look at this game. Okay, so I'm black, obviously E4, obviously Sicilian, and let's just go through the basics. I don't need to make comments about this. It's pretty. So usually I play I say I don't need to make comments and I make comments. Um Usually I play E6 to prepare D5. But since this guy was a CM and um I wanted to be extra careful, I decided to go the slow route with D6, then E6, then eventually playing D5. So I do that. Develop my knight. He wants to go for D4. Okay, oops. Develop my bishop. Excellent move, apparently. He goes to D4. I have to take. Yep, best move. And D5. Okay, it says it's a mistake. The best is to play A6 to question this bishop. Does he want to go back this way or take? Or go back this way maybe? So yeah, okay, I can see that. But the reason why I play D5 is because I don't want him to push either way. If he pushes this way or this way, it just looks ugly. And I think it's a pretty human move to make D5. The only problem with D5 is that he can now push. Um, which if you go back, it's pretty passive. But I think he actually did push, and I went forward. Yeah, I went to E4. Now White's winning. +1, +1 for White. I don't think it's that bad. I got a knight in the center. He doesn't really have a lot of activity. Also, the main reason why I won, he's from Chile, so maybe he has a poor internet connection. He was moving really slowly. Like, look at this, 153, and I'm 242. Like, if you look at these moves, 2 minutes, then the next couple of moves, 153. So he moves slowly the entire game. Okay, attacking my knight. F5, mistake. The best is just to take. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Now en passant, and I take back. White is now officially winning. Not by a lot, but just positionally, he looks better. Queen there, that's a mistake. He prefers b6. I guess that attacks the pawn and attacks the bishop in the same time. Yeah, okay, I can see that. Develop the knight. Protect both knights. Defend each other. Castle. He takes. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me, thank you. Bishop defends the knight. I placed the bishop there because there's oftentimes a lot of tricks with knight here, attacking my rook and queen at the same time. And so, what does it want me to do? So after here, it wants me to play knight here. But after here, what do I do? Ah, in this case, the rook is attacking. Yeah, the rook's attacking the bishop. In some cases, that's not true, and so I'm really used to just playing bishop here to make sure if there's any tricks, I can just take the bishop. And so obviously you exchange the rook for knight and bishop, for the knight and bishop, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, it says I'm winning if he was to do that. Anyway, instead of that, I play here, which is now even more losing. So here, I'm losing, but everything's defended now. That's the problem. And also, he's really slow. Look at this, 27 seconds left. That's the main reason why I won this game, to be honest. But even though it's saying I'm losing, it's not that bad. I'm protecting this pawn. It's attacked twice. And I guess this pawn's kind of loose, but it's protected by the bishop. So he's low on time, so what does he do? He tries to cancel out all the pieces. Trade as many pieces as possible so that we can get to an endgame. And that's exactly what happens. Okay, takes. Now it's, he's still winning, but everything's protected. Now he's not winning. Now it's back to equal. That's what I mean. That's the whole point, is that as long as you don't blunder and you protect your pieces and counter potential threats and continue maintaining, basically. You want to maintain your equality. During the game, you don't know if you're winning or losing. It just looks pretty much equal. And so you want to focus more on not blundering, which is what sometimes I have a problem with. Not making mistakes. And so you can see really quickly the game went from he's winning, slightly winning, to it's equal. Plus 0.3 for white, which is basically equal. And he's low on time, especially on blitz. So you want to maintain your time. I still have 2 minutes on my clock, and maintain the accuracy at the same time. Yeah. So then we just end up canceling all the pieces, and I win on time, basically. Now it's really equal. So I go back here because I'm worried about this e6 pawn. I just decide to take. He only has 10 seconds left, so even though I have a minute, I should have taken my time here. But I want to continue putting time pressure on him. There's no increment. It's just 3 minutes. So defending this pawn, king here would have been better. I just trade, move the king up, move the king up again. My endgame skills could have been a little better. Now he's moving faster. Slight mistake. Now I'm winning. These pawns are more powerful than these two and these two. And my rook is in a better position. Eventually you can see I can get to a point where my rook is here or here, and I try and promote this d pawn. So that's why it's +3. Yeah, not the most accurate endgame, but yeah, he didn't see. I knew he didn't see. He wouldn't see that, so I just played that. He should have taken, but he was low on time and he was moving like really quickly. So That's a bit of a 1 minute chess blunders here. Yeah, he gives the rook away. And that's pretty much it. He resigns after that. Yeah, so I had a time advantage, but I think I did play decently well, even though the opening was a little bit suspicious. And I think the key takeaway is to be more accurate, um, fast in the same time, because sometimes I do lose my games on time pressure, like this guy. And I think I need to minimize the amount of mistakes I make. Obviously, increase the accuracy. And yeah, just want to show you this game. Pretty cool beating a master. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.